Okay. Hey, MCR. I know this is not the way we want to end our 2020 school year. However, we will be doing all our classes here on Math Lab. So, as you notice, I loaded multiplying and dividing rational expressions or fractions onto Math Lab, onto Canvas. So please check Canvas on a weekly basis. So we're going to start by multiplying the two rational expressions here. Now remember to multiply fractions, because these are what these are. These are fractions. It's top times top, bottom times bottom, and reduce if necessary. But because they're rational expressions, I want to incorporate the rules for factoring, so that'll make canceling things out that much easier. So I'm going to start with the first fraction here, 6x minus 18, and looking at the numerator here, I can factor out a 6. So here the 6 comes out, and left over I'll have x minus 3. All over 35, I really can't do anything about that. So again, here, the 35 stays, times 15 up top, okay? And the 3 minus x is on the bottom. Okay, so now I can start reducing things, okay? 35 and 15, I can reduce that by 5. So 5 divides 15 3 times, 5 divides 35 7 times, okay? This x minus 3 and this 3 minus x here, I can get rid of that. The problem is I got a negative 1 playing with me either up top or on the bottom. So I'm going to take the negative 1 out of the denominator of this fraction. So I'm going to take the negative 1 out, and I'm left with negative 3 plus x. Now remember, when you take out the negative 1, all the signs here switch. So the negative 3 plus x and x minus 3, they're the same. So I can cancel out the group. So the groups gets canceled. Okay? Now I have the 6 here up top here. I got a 3 up top here. So 6 times 3, that's 18. All over 7 times negative 1, which is negative 7. I can put the negative 7 on top, or I can put it up on the bottom here with this fraction, and I'm done. Any questions on that? Good, good. And so let's do one more problem here for the division. Now remember, division says keep, change, flip. So I'm going to keep the first fraction, change from multiplication. I'm change from division to multiplication, and flip the other fraction. So remember, keep, change, flip. So again, I have to factor all of this in order for things to cancel out. So I'm going to factor this top part here. So I'll start with the first term, which is x squared. So I'll break it up into x and x. I'm going to skip the middle term. We'll deal with him later. So the factors are 64. I need those in pairs, but I need 64 to multiply. I need two numbers whose product is 64, but whose sum is negative 16. So that would be 8 and 8. And because it's negative in the middle, I got two negative signs. Because a negative times a negative makes positive, but a negative minus negative, this gives you a bigger one. On the bottom here, I'm going to factor that, x and x. Okay? 56, that would be 7 and 8. So I need a negative 1 out of here. So the factors of 56, that give me a negative 1. I make the 8 take the negative, and let the 7 take the positive. So that's this fraction. So I keep this. I'm going to change from division to multiplication. I'm going to flip this other fraction. So the 8 was on the bottom, now it goes on top. This x squared minus 64, I can factor that. Remember, that's the difference of squares. So x and x. 64 is a square of what number? You guessed it, 8. So it'll be 8 here and 8 here. One is going to be positive and one is going to be negative. So now that I factor everything here, I can look here and start canceling things out. So this x minus 8 here can cancel out with this x minus 8 that's up here. This x minus 8 that's here cancels out with this x minus 8 that's right up here. Okay, so I canceled everything I could. So now I got some stuff left over. So on top, I got the 8 left over, all over. And I got x plus 7 times x plus 8. And I am so done with that problem. Okay? Any questions on that? Again, please feel free to email me, contact me via Canvas or via the Math Lab, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Thank you.